For 5 straight weekends, Koreans have gathered for peaceful candlelit demonstrations calling for a change. Quite a different sight from the rallies of old. But what about from a non-Korean's perspective? Our Shin Semin provides the viewpoint from outside looking in.
Patrick Border is a retired American judge who was stationed in Korea while serving in the U.S. Armed Forces as a young man. He visited Korea from his home state of Hawaii multiple times over the past couple decades. But over the weekend, he saw an extraordinary scene right here in Gwanghwamun Square, something unthinkable in the Korea he served over 40 years ago.
I was astounded by it. I've never seen that many people of a single mind in the same place at the same time in my whole life. And it was convivial. People were very peaceful throughout the whole process, but they were also very purposeful. When they see the kind of behavior that is alleged, if it turns out to be true, then they're saying it's enough. And I respect that because that is, it's public involvement in the affairs of government. If we had more of that in the U.S., a lot of the stuff that we see going on would not be happening. But people are too complacent, and we need to develop some of that same enthusiasm that you have here in Korea.
A huge contrast from what he'd first seen in the 1970s in terms of the Korean people's level of expression.
180 degrees. When I came to Korea in 1975, the people were powerless. They were afraid of the secret police. They were afraid to express any view, whatever, regarding North Korea. People were not free to express themselves. Television was a wasteland because you didn't get any opinions at all. And today, is the best antidote to a regime that's repressive. And it's just wonderful to see that people have come of age on their own. It's not something that you can get from the U.S. or some alliance with somebody else. You either have that confidence or you don't. And today Korea has it. You know that your country is a success. It's amazing.
At least 1.7 million people gathered in Central Seoul on the 6th straight Saturday of demonstrations, peacefully demanding the president step down over her involvement in the ongoing scandal.
It's hard to have that level of enthusiasm or interest in politics because a lot of young generations in Korea, including myself, didn't have much of that interest at all. But considering this ongoing political scandal and the crisis and the whole layout you've seen in the past weekend, it's quite a contrast from
what I saw was people of all ages. The young people who were single, the parents bringing their infant children and trying to explain to them the importance of what they were doing, and the old men. I had men come up to me and giving me a high five because they were appreciative that somebody from another country would take the trouble to watch their process. So it was enjoyable, but behind it all, there is a sense of purpose and a sense of being on purpose and not just being out here in hopes. The Korean people said the other night when I was here that they will not be denied. And I respect that, but I hold it in awe because I've never been in a place where there were that many people who had the same identical message.
Today, the people here in Gwanghwamun Square are carrying on as usual, some hurrying from one place to another, others quietly taking in the iconic open space that stretches for multiple blocks in the city center. But the people have vowed to come back to this very site again this Saturday. Shin Semin, Arirang News.